Hello, welcome back to tenorshare. iOS 18 beta is so attractive with its new features, but these breakthrough changes may not run as stably in beta systems. If the beta version is too buggy, or it gets serious battery drain and keeps heating up, how do we downgrade it back to iOS 17 or even 16? Curious about the downgrade process? Let's delve into the steps. Before we begin, here is a quick reminder. The ability to downgrade iOS on different iPhone models depends on Apple's support for specific firmware versions. Once Apple closes the signing window for a particular version, like iOS 17.1, downgrading becomes impossible. And please note that downgrading will cause data loss, so it's best to back up your data before upgrading to iOS 18. If you didn't back up before, you can still back up your data while using iOS 18 and then modify the backup to restore your data after the downgrade. So make sure to stay close for the entire process to prevent mistakes. Let's go. Step 1. Turn off Find My. Just go to your account in Settings and go to Find My. Then turn it off, will be fine. We need to turn off Find My to prevent the stuck during the downgrade process and the activation lock after the downgrade. Then we need to back up our data. Step 2. Back up your data in iTunes. It's recommended to use iTunes to back up your files instead of iCloud, especially if you have already upgraded to iOS 18. So here we go. Connect your device to your computer, download and open iTunes. Go to the summary page and click Backup Now to create a local backup. While backing up data, you can start the downgrade process. Step 3. Downgrade your phone. Although iOS 18 beta won't be released until June 10, the downgrade process remains the same. In this guide, I'll show you how to downgrade from iOS 17.5 to iOS 17.4. You can follow the same steps when downgrading from iOS 18 on your phone. Here is the thing, if you want to downgrade with iTunes, it may have to go through a lot of errors. For your convenience, I will now show you a simpler way first, which is to use ReiBoot for 3 steps and then show you how to downgrade with iTunes. Method 1. Downgrade with ReiBoot. ReiBoot provides a reliable alternative to downgrade your iOS version, and its downgrade feature is way more helpful than iTunes. It's super easy, it supports all iPhone models, and it can automatically figure out your iPhone model and the available version to downgrade to. You can download the software from the link below. After downloaded and open ReiBoot, click the downgrade button. Select Downgrade. It auto-detects the available downgrade version. No need to download the firmware separately, so compared to iTunes, the process is almost error-free. When it's done, make sure your backup is completed before you initiate the downgrade process. And start the process, and wait for it to finish. Now you got your phone back to iOS 17.4. By the way, you can also use ReiBoot to upgrade your phone. It has various versions for you to choose to update to, and it's more stable and quick. If you want to know how to downgrade with iTunes, let's move on. Method 2. Downgrade with iTunes. Downgrade with iTunes, which you need to manually search and download the IPSW file. Visit the ipsw.me website to locate the iOS files you want for your iPhone model. Then download the file and wait for the process to complete. After this, return to iTunes or Finder to import the downloaded IPSW file. Make sure your backup is completed, then hold the Shift key. Click on Restore iPhone and select the IPSW file you downloaded. Confirm the restoration, and your iPhone will downgrade from iOS 18 beta to the version you downloaded. iTunes may prompt you with an error or not support the file. You can always go back to explore the alternative method with ReiBoot. Okay, After the downgrade, your phone is back to factory settings. Let's head to the data restored process. Step 4. Modify the backup. After downgrading, to make the backup file compatible with the downgraded system, some modifications are necessary. If your phone was not detected in iTunes, reconnect it. Then, go to the Restore Backup page in iTunes. Hold down the Win and R keys to open the Run dialog box. Type in %appdata% and hit Enter. Navigate to Apple Computer, Mobile Sync, and open the backup folder. If you don't see the backup folder, hold down the Win and R keys to open the Run dialog box. Type in %userprofile% instead. Then, go to Apple, Mobile Sync, and open the backup folder. The backup we created should be the most recent one, based on the last modified time. Inside the folder, scroll down to the bottom and find the info. Open it in Notepad. Press Ctrl and F to open the search bar and search for the word product. Not too far down, you'll see the product version. Below that, it will show 17.5. If you downgrade from iOS 18, it should say 18, and you can change it to iOS 17.4, or the version you downgraded to. Tap Ctrl and S to save the file. Now we can go back to iTunes and start the restore process. Click on Restore Backup and select the backup we just modified. iTunes will start the restore process and your iPhone will restart. Once the restore is complete, you can set up your phone again. This time, all your apps, photos, and other data will be restored. And your phone will be downgraded to the version you like. And that's it. The downgrade is complete. If you have any question, please leave a comment below. If these help, like and subscribe for more insightful tips, or check out our other videos. See you next time.